anything he want with you. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Now, I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my cabin.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my meat.
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Better learn. You best learn or you gonna get the bloody back for sure.
Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tosa, and we are back. And we are back to discuss some comments that was left on our previous live. Well, honey, it seems like the people are upset. Can y'all please like this video? All right, out with the old, in with the new. So now it's time for lift off. We're about to go to Queen City to discuss in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, and we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing? I did drop the link in case Evangelist Val wanted to come up because she did leave me a comment in my chat. And pretty much DJ Nappyhead decided to come over and try to give me like a talking to. Like she had her finger pointed out. But see, this is my thing. DJ Nappyhead, you showing up at the wrong time, sweetheart. Where was you at when Miss Val was over there sitting in that devil's den? Huh? Hello? Where were you then? Where were you trying to tell me I'm not a friend and this, that, and the third? Ma'am, you up that lady's butt 24/7. Ma'am, you in her chat every time she goes live. That was your job. That was your job. Why are you trying to... You know what you like to do, DJ Nappyhead, and you know who I'm talking to. Oh, yeah. Here, let me bring up the comment. DJ Nappyhead, first and foremost, it's MRS. MRS. Okay, it's MRS, baby. We gonna take you back to school. And then you say, Miss Tosa, I didn't see you in the homecoming service this morning. Well, why were you looking for me? Why were you looking for me to be there? Why were you looking for me to be there? And who put you on assignment to be looking for people to be there? Who paid you? Are you working for Rock Nation? It seems like it. You call EV your friend. Ma'am, when did I ever call this lady my friend? When did I ever call this lady my friend? No, her friends are the ladies that be on the phone with her for 30 and 45 minutes to an hour, maybe 3 hours. Yeah. Where were you? Where were you for the homecoming service? Somebody, I didn't see you. Like we was both there. You just sound ridiculous. And that's what I be talking about, y'all. Like some of these people, I don't know what their thinking be and how they be thinking. They be trying to get their rocks off because they're miserable. I mean, miserable. DJ Nappyhead is very much so miserable. And she decided to take her miserable tail over to my channel and go seeing what I've been doing. And see, this is the thing. DJ Nappyhead, while you were all in my community wall, maybe if you would have scrolled down a little bit more or checked my other page, Next Case with Queen Tulsa, because we actually had our own ceremony, Negative Nancy, and you weren't invited. You just weren't because you're negative. And this is why. The comment that you put right here, girlfriend, you need to go find you some business and go troll somebody else. Now, this is what you call a troll. Because at least when I do my trolling, I've got my receipts. I've got my receipts, honey. And you don't know where I was. So, and we're going to keep it like that, okay? Because it's none of your business where I was. You're worried about the wrong thing. Then she says, you call Evie your friend, but you sure don't sound like one. Well, how am I sounding, sis? How am I sounding? Did you ask the evangelist about the commentary that I had given earlier? I did warn Evangelist Val to get away from Kimmy. I warned her. Did you warn her? Since we want to do the best friend awards, did you warn her to get away from Kimmy? I'll drop the link again in case you feel froggy and want to come up here. We'll drop the link because I'm real. And I'm not that real that y'all be listening to that nut job over in Detroit. We're different types of real, sweetheart. There's the link because I know you're watching. You just posted on my community wall. So once again, you call Evie your friend, but you sure don't sound like one. Well, how are you helping her? When she's up there yelling and screaming, and I mean, she does have a toddler. She does have a toddler. I know Val is watching. Oh yeah, very miserable. Val all day commenting and any and everyone's comments. She's miserable. But they won't come up right now, and the link has been dropped. Somebody dipped out. Child, we calling them out, and they dipping out. Don't dip out. Come up here. We want to have a conversation. You know Val is watching. Absolutely, I know Miss Val is watching. Absolutely. Miss Val watches. And listen here, as much as they say that they don't watch the Queen Tulsa, baby, you're watching. And I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, and I'm saying that this is a nefarious comment that got deleted. I deleted it, and I cranked up a live. Exactly. Why she needs someone to windmill for her. Exactly. Last time I checked, Miss Val didn't have no problem with getting into the mic and raising her vocal cords to let somebody know what they did to her and how they offended her. Somebody call Miss Val before I do. I'm about to. Y'all better let her know to come on over here. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Miss Val, if you in the chat, baby, I'm about to call you.
Hi, this is Taylor. My mom.
Okay, we got the voicemail. So, Miss Val, I tried to call you as a woman, but you let the demonic demon Kimmy have you silenced my phone call? She had a lot of control over you, Val. Made you take the evangelist off your name. And she said, you bet not pray for her. And Miss Val, as much as heat that you give me, you didn't give that woman not one piece of heat. Are you scared of her? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Yeah, I thought she was a gangster too. I thought she was so gangster, but she got DJ Nappyhead running over here, jumping up in my comment wall, and decides that she's going to try to read me. Who sent her? Who sent you, girl? DJ Nappyhead, as long as you've been watching me, honey, you know how I give it up. Or maybe you don't. Or maybe you don't. The real Kenya says, hey, Queen Tosa. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? And thank you for coming. We got Sammy in the building. Yvette. Abby. Okay. Oh, yes, we got 25 people up in here just watching, not commenting. Y'all want to hear what the Queen has to say. Uh-huh. Well, listen, I ain't going to hold you up. So she says, Jag Liar is not a nice person. Well, ma'am, do y'all see the contradiction in this comment? First of all, she wanted to address me. Miss Tosa, I didn't see you in the homecoming service this morning. So you was at this woman's mother's funeral, homecoming service. You were there. You made it clear. You was there because you didn't see me. And you say Jag Liar is not a nice person? Ma'am, what are you talking about? How are you a nice person and you coming over here saying, oh, I went to her mama's service, and then you immediately getting on to jumping on her daughter? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah, I know Val Center. I know Val Center. Online, exactly. Online. Tell me some she didn't see me. We were online. How were you going to see me, DJ Nappyhead? How were you going to see me? Oh, I didn't see you this morning. Like we just hang out like we're just good girlfriends. But you, DJ Nappyhead, you are a problem. And I'm so glad that you wrote this comment because you just as stupid as you type. First of all, I'm a married woman. It's MRS, not MS. Want to be seen in the chat? Okay, yes. Yes, I was about to say the ASS word, child. It doesn't make sense at all because they're pathetic losers and they are using the Lord to garner sympathy. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. You didn't show your hand. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. If it was so easy for a woman that was not even involved in church, listen here, that woman is over into black magic. Creamy is into black magic. That's why she didn't want nobody godly around her. That's why. Y'all ready? And I've been told y'all that woman played with candles and magic. I've been told y'all that. But no, you needed a friend. You wanted a sisterhood, somebody that had a vagina. Girl got you in a world of trouble with God. Y'all can't see that Creamy is over there getting beat in the spirit. Look at her eyes, y'all. Come on now. You out here, talking about you working for the Lord and you sitting with the devil. Ain't nothing righteous about that woman. And I don't care. Listen here, I'm going to tell y'all how Miss Evangelist Val put herself with a thief. A publicly known thief. Y'all sit up here, y'all mad at Jaguar, but y'all are really fans. Y'all are really fans. You don't hate her, you hate yourself. That is what gets me. Can't win souls by blasphemy. Absolutely. Hello, Queen Toll. Say hello. I am very pleasant, highly favored, and blessed beyond measure. And yourself? Okay? So let's get back to it. And I want you guys, if you're in the comments, if you're going to type, let's stay on topic. We're talking about DJ Nappyhead in my comments over here trying to check me and made herself look stupid as hell. She says Jaguar is not a nice person. Well, ma'am, you're not a nice person. And why are you trying to come over here to persuade me how Jaguar is? Are you working for her PR team? What business of it is yours of how me and Jaguar communicate or how I feel about her? Why is that any of your business? I don't need you coming around here telling me who's nice and who's not. I got great discernment, sweetheart. Then she goes on to say, and Evangelist Val going live this 8 a.m. had nothing to do with Miss Francis, period. Why you? I ain't said nothing about Miss Francis. I ain't said nothing about Miss Francis. Rest her soul. What I said was, you nappy-head heifers walking around trying to talk about Jaguar, right? You was at her mother's homegoing service. Make that make sense. You went and smiled and looked at her mother's photo and her ashes that were up on that pulpit. For what? Why did you go there? You don't like her daughter. Her daughter is a liar. Why are you showing up to her mother's homegoing service? Who's DJ Nappyhead? Oh, that's DJ Nashville. DJ Nashville is who that is. Yes. Evangelist Val going live this 8 a.m. had nothing to do with Miss Francis. Yes, it did. Because Jaguar is a part of Miss Francis. And Evangelist Val says some horrible things about her daughter. And she said negative things about Jaguar. And Miss DJ Nappyhead, if you was here on the panel, it's on my channel. So you might need to go back and do your homework. Evangelist Val apologized to Jaguar. She said that she wasn't going to call Jaguar Jackie anymore. And what happened? As soon as she left our panel, she went over to that demonic den with her homegirl, Crimmy, and she let the devil play all up in her behind. She let the devil play all in her behind. She didn't mind the devil saying, hey, drop that evangelist. You're not going to serve God no more. You about to serve me. You going to serve me. You're not about to serve God. Drop that evangelist. Yeah. The reason why Evangelist Val dropped Evangelist is because of Kimmy's demonic. You know what? Let's talk about it. See, when I would see, they want to come at me and then they want to antagonize me and provoke me. But when I'm ready to have a good conversation and like, hey, let's put it all on the table, no one's there. No one is to be found. They're going to sit up in this live They gonna say, she right, she right. Be bold enough. You are bold enough to leave a comment. Be bold enough and hit the link, and we can talk about it. Because you talking about me, I want to know, since you're defending Miss Evangelist Val so hard, why didn't you fight for her when her friend had her drop Evangelist from her name? That's a shame how they did Jaguar. Regardless of not liking her or not, you should respect her other family members, including her mother. They had no respect for Jaguar, her mother, the sisters, the brothers, the family members that were grieving. Jaguar wasn't the only one grieving her mother, it was her sisters and other family. They didn't care because they're miserable. They are miserable. They are still stuck in high school. They mothers didn't love them. Their mothers didn't care for them. Their mothers didn't give them that love that they felt like they deserved. And poor Evangelist Val, she don't have any daughters. That was an interesting story, Sammy. Sammy, hit that link. Come on up, honey. You know listen. Somebody hit this panel. Somebody come on up here and hit this panel. Can we I just need 5 minutes of y'all's time. That's it. 5 minutes. I don't plan on being here long. I just need 5 minutes. They're mourning. Absolutely. They are mourning. And the fans are mourning as well because Jack lost a great one. You know? That's her mother. I don't care who feels what. Let this happen to you, and your siblings deny you from going to celebrate your mother's homegoing because they feel like you have some shortcomings. What happened to the sisterhood? It wasn't no sisterhood. That was women, the women linking up for a cause to go at the women even more. It didn't matter. And you can't tell me that these people are happy because happy people don't do this. So Evangelist Sexy Red, and the reason why I call her Evangelist Sexy Red is because Sexy Red is out here doing the devil's work as well. Yeah, she's out here trying to promote Trump, the man that grabbed in between women's legs back in the day. This woman is all out here talking about her coochie stank. That's why she was at the doctor, because her in between her legs was kicking funk or whatever it was. But why did she feel that that was okay to post online? It's the younger generation that looks up to us. It's younger generations that may want to be an evangelist, and they're looking up to this evangelist. So that's why she's Evangelist Sexy Red. Sammy, I'm gonna pass you the floor because you know what? You know what?
Oh man.
Slide in there, Sammy. Tell me
Listen.
what are your thoughts, honey.
Well, first let me make sure is my audio good, Queen Tulsa.
Yeah, your audio is perfect, honey.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for having me up here on your panel. Ooh, child, listen, I am not hearing any lies told this evening, honey. You are telling it how it TI is, okay? Let me see. So that was a very interesting live earlier, just Evangelist Sexy Red putting it out there that she's going to continue to just stay on her platform going forward, that she is going to go ahead and monetize her channel, child. that the Lord has been speaking to her and letting her know that she need to get back to what she was doing. And you know what? I am glad about it, child, because I was concerned for your honey. Okay, because it wasn't looking too good. So you definitely going back to something a lot safer for sure. So let's thank the Lord for that. And yeah, you know, I mean, it's
Well,
been so
Sammy,
many things that she's been involved in over these last few weeks. So,
go off,
honey,
clock it.
listen, I mean, I'm glad. I just it sounds like she has repented. I think she went live before that live and had a little service and was calling out on the Lord to help her. So those are the type of things that we like to see. When people have maybe wronged us or done things that they should not have. And so, I'm personally glad that she um, is going on home.
You know
Amen.
what? Hold on, Sammy. Let me stop it. Let me stop it. We can't listen. We can't let him off the bus that easy. Okay, because Evangelist Sexy Red, even when she held that title, was still out here calling people bees, and
Ooh,
they. I mean, just she just went down
I
in
mean,
the dump,
the evangelist can give a good curse out, honey. Ooh, child.
honey. And then she followed up with Sean Davy Way tears, the invisible
Ooh,
tears. She gave us a
child.
Sean. That was a Sean. Listen here, I'm not about to hold back. That was a Sean Davy Way parody that she did this morning. Why you? What was you crying for? When have we heard this gangster cry,
Listen, child, they always want to read, but they can't handle them reads, honey.
baby? Let's get into it. And listen here, she loved her some SDW, and she loved him so much she didn't care. He did it to other women, and I'm glad that we brought this point up. He did it to other women. King Payne did it to other women, and she would be in that chat. I mean, you would think that she was at a Sunday service because the only thing she clapping, sending tithes and offering, sending super stickers so they can put her name up on the board. She wanted to be
Ooh,
seen. She wanted to
right.
be seen. She wanted it to be out there. I don't like women. I'm over here with the gay men, and this is what they do. So let me go ahead and put on my cape and let me fly on with them. Am I right or am I right? The real Kenya says, I know how it feels to lose your mother and buried her. That was just straight disrespectful. Well, Miss The Real Kenya, we want to send condolences out to you, your mother, and your loved ones up in heaven. We love all of them. And anybody
Yeah.
in here that has lost a mother or a father or anybody for that matter, we send our condolences to you. That is not the time for you to get in and try to let somebody have it. We didn't lost the loved one before. We know what grief feels like. Why are these grown ass women acting like they don't know what grief is? They don't know what being a showing compassion or being a good person is. And this woman, before she came on that live, she said she had just left church. I'm scared of
Wow.
that. I am scared
Mm-hmm.
of that. I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared of that. Yvette Baby says, yeah, Yvette Abby says she's doing all that for clicks and views. The Real Kenya says Sean Davy Wade been called evangelist out, so I don't know why people deal with her. I used to mute her every time she called herself praying on King Payne channel. Well, honey, that's listen. There are going to be false prophets out here. Okay, listen here. I'm not interested in playing with God. I ain't. That's just not my thing. He is not to be played with. He's not to be toyed with. And when you do that, there are consequences and repercussions that you will have to, because you took an oath. That's just like doctors. They take an oath to say that they are going to help each and every person, no matter where they come from, the race, the gender, the creed, and all that. You went back on God's word. You playing in his face. What is funny about that?
Hmm. Child.
So, Sammy, and this is just a conversation. We ain't here to tear nobody down. We just here to open y'all eyes to what's going on. What's really going on. Y'all, when y'all go to church, will y'all accept this behavior from one of your evangelists in the church? She's
Absolutely
sitting
not.
up, praying and asking you what's going on, so she can get on the phone with everybody else in the church and call them and tell them and talk about you, because that's what she does here on YouTube. This is not, oh, I just created this behavior. No, this behavior this is an ongoing behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told her and her friend Crimmy, y'all need to go see a therapist. Y'all got too much childhood trauma that y'all are dealing with. Crimmy said that her mother said that she was a bully when she was a baby. Honey, a mother knows her child. You got a problem. You
She
got a
was spot
problem.
on.
Yep, she was spot on because she knew her child. And if you listen to people long enough, they'll tell you. Even when Alvin lost his job, you would expect for this hussy to be out here being nice to people. No, what she did was she got on here. She was fired up and angered up. Ma'am, you fired up and angered up with the wrong people. Maybe if you wasn't yelling and screaming in the house and he could have got some sleep and he could have been on work on time. But it's your loud voice trying to be the man of the house and trying to dictate what goes and what don't go. See, sometimes, ladies, you got to let a man be a man. See, I don't come on here acting like no man. I let my husband be the man. I'm going to let my husband be the man because he wears the pants. I wear the panties and the skirts. Sound off on that, Sammy. Do you let your man, I mean, are you over there trying to roughhouse your man and tell him what to do? Your man tell you to get off the phone, baby. This is bad for your health. You say, no, in the name of Jesus. And motherfucker, I drop you.
Listen, no ma'am. No ma'am. Okay, we definitely do not do that because, hey, Kenya, um, listen, mine looks out for my best interest, and that's what it's about over here. I'm gonna listen to anybody that's looking out for my best interest. So, listen, none of that stuff is that serious, but child, we done seen her just, like I said, they just be having to address things. They gotta just, you know, say something, get it off their chest, child. Listen. Mm-mm.
Yeah, she said years of bad behavior. YouTube is not a place to seek therapy. And I don't know why they don't get it. I've come on here and say, y'all, I'm in therapy. And even sometimes when I be on my shows, my therapist will call, okay, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go get my help.
That's right.
I gotta go get my help. And I don't know why some people are afraid of it. You can get on here and talk to perfect strangers about your business and you're not in therapy. The therapy is a damn stranger too. A professional stranger that could help you with what you're going through, that could give you coping skills, that if your trauma is too heavy, then they could give you a referral and go help, and so you can go deeper and figure out what the root of the problem is so you can address it, so you can apologize to yourself, so you can apologize, you can write a letter to your family and say I apologize, but they are too lazy to do that. But you know what, they got Louis Vuitton purses, they got Gucci, they got Coach, they got this to mask the pain, to mask the pain. They quick to throw up a purse. baby, that purse ain't gonna get you into heaven.
Not at
That
all.
purse ain't gonna cross you over. You can't go to God and say, "Oh, you know what? Lord, I apologize. I fell short, but baby, I got this Louis Vuitton purse." You know how stupid that sounds?
My
Yes, the
thing
real
is that, how you not paying attention to what's going on when you up on platforms? How this woman was just getting away with throwing up pictures while you're talking, trying to insinuate things. How you miss that?
Where
you
was
know,
DJ Nappyhead? Since she likes to report, DJ Nappyhead's supposed to have her
right.
back. She showed up in my channel. Why she didn't show up in that chat and say, take that stuff down for my friend Evangelist Val? She apparently
In
she's
that
not getting
moment.
it in that moment, not tomorrow, not a week from now,
Right.
not when you get mad, because that's what people do. When they get mad, then they want to start bringing out what a person did.
That
It's a
part.
little too late. I'm gonna read these and then I'm gonna let you sound off, Sammy. The Real King says some
Okay.
females have too much masculinity in them to listen to a man. I agree.
Mm.
I
Yep.
agree. And all this, I'm strong, I'm independent. Ladies, it's okay to be strong. It's okay to be sophisticated. It's okay to be about your business, being a boss lady. But there comes a
Yes.
time where you have to say, let me just be a lady. Let me conduct myself as a lady. If you don't know how to be a lady, go get some training. Go get some training. Go ask for help.
Yes. I
Yvette
agree.
Abbey, yeah, Yvette Abbey says not a handbag can't get you through the pearly gates. Nope. Yvette Abbey says right. Couture Bay says, "Hey butterflies, hey Couture Bay."
Oh
She's an
wow.
yeah, she's a part of our primetime mixer. She is definitely a sister in the community, and we work
Mhm.
well together. We have different opinions, but and I'll just say this: she's a content creator. There may be things that we don't agree with, but we're not
Mhm.
about to sit up here and act the ass on YouTube so they can get a shit show out of us. Let's be
That's
real.
right.
Let's be honest. Couture Bay, if you don't mind, would you mind coming up and just saying a few words and we'll let you go? All right, Sammy, the flow is yours, girl. Let us know what your thoughts, your feelings are on, on sisterhood. On sisterhood.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll say this. I love what you are doing and what you're bringing, real grown women conversations about, things that are important in our community. So, that's always a good thing. Even the panel that we had with Ayasha the other night, it was awesome. And so, we do need to continue to shine Black women in a positive light, especially in this sector, and especially on this platform. We have so many other races and countries, seeing us and looking at us. And so I think um, in this season, it's really important that we highlight ourselves in a much better light and image, because we have so many people just trying to tear us down, tear, one Black woman down like Jaguar. It's ridiculous. And so, I'm all for that movement right now. And I think that we need to continue that for sure.
Yes, and I'm gonna take it a step further. Remember when Monique had come out and said that Netflix, her interaction with Netflix, her pay, and things like that. It was a lot of Black brothers and sisters coming out talking about some, oh, she ungrateful. She just needs to take what she needs to take. That's that damn slave mentality. That's that
Right.
old school generational misinformation. You can listen here. In the Bible, it says honor thy mother and thy father, but it also say don't provoke your children. Don't
Mhm.
provoke your children. And a lot of Christians like to lean on that. You honor and you respect your mama. God said, don't provoke me. God said, don't
Absolutely.
wrongdo me. But some of those individuals that are out there that have dealt with family trauma, been abused, you got to forgive them. I got to forgive them. They hurt me. They hurt me. I don't have to like them. And when I feel like I'm at a point where I want to forgive them, then that's when I'll do it. Stop telling people what to do when they're in the midst of trauma. Y'all aren't doing nothing but feeding a cycle of shut up, let it go on. Shut up, let it go on. The shit is not cute. And guess what? Monique won. Even though she had to stand, it felt like she had to stand by herself, but it was sisters like us that was out here saying, yes, we need to be equal pay. And then look at Jaguar Wright. She's fighting for cruelty-free artistry. Cruelty-free artistry. We've
That's
had
right.
women come out and say, hey, I've been abused. I mean, look at the Dream and the lawsuit that he's in. Look at P. Diddy and the lawsuit that he's in. And other rappers that are going to be pulled in as well because they never got the help. Because money was a control object that they could hold over their praise head. Let's talk about it. They don't want to talk about that. They want to go along to get along, even though it's not right, because they need somebody in their corner. Baby, you got God. You got God. When I was out there on drugs in those hotel rooms, it was me and God. God is going to be there for the motherless, for the fatherless. He's going to be there. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Thelma Grant. She says, hi, Queen Tosa Mods in chat. Hi, Sammy. Yvette Abby
Hey,
says,
Miss
you can
Selma.
forgive. Yes, ma'am. Miss Yvette Abby says, you can forgive, but you don't have to forget. And you won't forget. You won't forget. And see, this is the thing. When it comes to trauma and things like that, you have to go and get the help that you deserve. Evangelist Val has come on here and said, I go back into this little girl and I feel like I'm defending myself. No, stop telling us that. Go tell your therapist. Go tell your therapist. What are we going to do? You need a
I
professional.
love I love how you said that. Get the help that you deserve. So many people are out here, oh, she need mental health. She need mental health help and she need to take a break for her mental like no. Like it's like who are y'all to tell somebody what they need to do? This is a suggestion. If you're so tormented and all these things trigger you and you're having all these issues with people, those are all signs that you need to reflect and seek professional help to help you, you know, cope and get through all of those things. We don't hear Jaguar Wright, suffering from these things that we're hearing and seeing these people online obviously working through. You can tell by their behavior. You can tell by what they decide to spend their time doing. And that's trying to hurt other people and attack other people. I mean, make it make sense.
You know what? Sammy, this is what we were talking about on the channel the other night. Shout out to Ayasha, Bay, and you. You know, I
Yeah,
it
child.
made me feel so good. And Sammy, before we even get into how much fun we had, let's talk about
Yes.
what we did before we even went live because a lot was scheduled for like 12. We didn't get on there to 12:54. But what were we doing behind the scene? We was loving
Oh
on
my
each other.
goodness.
We was
Yes.
inspiring each other. We was
Absolutely.
encouraging one another. We was teaching one another. And guess
You
what?
made sure we were right, and that's what and I'm not quick to throw out, friends or anything like that, but someone with a heart, a good heart, a genuine heart looks out for people. You were like, girl, go ahead and put you a little something on. Go ahead, get cute, get yourself, you know, that's how women look out for each other.
But
Girl,
listen,
we about to
read that.
do this. Let's have some fun. We gonna make this a fun night. We're moms. We're always busy. This is just gonna be for us.
And what did I say? You had on a regular. Well, I had text you. What did I text you?
Child,
As a sister that didn't
right.
wanna. Uh, I'll let you say it so they don't think that I'm putting words in your mouth.
Child, you were like, I don't want to show you up, honey. Okay, go ahead and put some more. I'm letting you know right now I'm getting cute. I'm putting some ish on, okay? I was like, okay, I love it. Hold me accountable. I love that. See, I'm that type of girl. I don't get offended. I don't have an offensive spirit. A lot of people have an offensive and a defensive spirit. You can't say nothing to them. They can't receive critique or criticism or feedback without, oh, well, what you trying to say? Or no. I was like, you know what, you right. It made me want to show up and be better. That's what I like. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the type of people I want around me.
Exactly.
Not some
Because
not
if I
somebody
would have
hating
came
on me,
on,
trying to compete with me, you
hmm
know.
did you now was did you feel like I was competing with you?
Absolutely not. Not at
Did you feel
all.
like I tried to take your womanhood away from you and take all the womanhood and just rejoice in it by myself?
Not at all. No.
I text Sammy. I said, Sammy, I'm about to get cute tonight. I'm about to, throw on some sexy, and I want you to
Right.
show up and get your sexy on. Before we even came on, Sammy said, "This is the shirt that I have on." No, change that. This is our club. We don't go to
Right.
the club, but that was our club. And even, Ayasha, be beautiful. Gave her some tips. Do you? This is nobody going to disrespect my sisters in my company. I got your back. I got your back. Y'all got mine. That's how we were able to have a great life. I
Absolutely.
Sammy wasn't taking nothing from me, and I wasn't taking nothing from her. And guess what? We shared everybody's channel. Why not?
Mhm.
Why not? Because there
Yep.
may be something that Sammy might be have experience or privy to, then I don't. It may be something that I might
Mhm.
be privy to, and you may not, and vice versa with Ayasha.
Absolutely.
We all can shine, and we all did just that. Wasn't no
I agree.
arguing, wasn't no complaining, wasn't no, oh girl, why you wear that? It wasn't none of that. We was all on there smiling, having a great time because it wasn't
Hmm.
on no bad mad ladies linking up to go at somebody else.
No. Yep. Absolutely.
So, Sammy, we'll go one by one, and we know that Miss Evangelist is listening, Evangelist Sexy Red is listening, and we know Creamy is listening. What will we want to let these ladies know And would we be willing to have them on a panel? I'll start with you first.
Um, well, what I would want them to know, as far as the Evangelist Sexy Red, I hope that that live today was sincere and genuine. You've kind of showed behavior where, you kind of say and do one thing, and then, so, I just hope that this is really the path that you're going on for your sake, for your audience sake. I'm personally not interested. That bridge has been burned. Again, as far as I'm concerned, I've witnessed you take part in the bullying of myself, and the talking about my child. So I'm really not interested. But for your sake, because God's wrath, which is why I feel like you were crying out for him and hoping that he forgives you, which is important more than myself. He is a very forgiving God, but I understand why you did that, because you understand his wrath. And when you take part in certain behavior with people, you are still held accountable as an individual. And so, I pray that you get right and do what you got to do, because we know God don't play. And as far as Creamy is concerned, it is what it is with her. I have no words. She's definitely just a disappointment, as a woman, a black woman, a mother, a grandmother. She's done too much when it comes to me. She has, viciously talked about my son and lied about his condition as a special needs child, and just went way too far, way too deep. Did really like foolish things, and compared me to a gorilla and things like that. So, in my opinion, her
Oh,
image
let me
is
stop
just
you.
trash.
Let me stop you
Hmm.
right there in that moment, because you said that she called you a gorilla. We've been called
Right,
monkeys. We've been called
right,
apes. Those were
hmm,
derogatory slurs that our oppressors would call us. And so,
right.
it's like, that's why I call it black supremacy, because they take what the white people did to us back in slavery and want to execute it on an individual that had nothing to do with their pain. You didn't have nothing to do
Hmm.
with her pain. You're not no
Hmm.
damn gorilla. You're a human being. You're a woman. You gave
Right.
life to a child. You could have went to glory in the process of pushing them out,
That's right.
or however it went. There could have been
Hmm.
complications, and she's been through
Hmm.
that. But my thing is,
Right.
ladies, you gotta step up for us sisters. Go get your help so you can be able to be in a room with other women and not be intimidated. I'm sorry, baby. I have to jump in on that. Go ahead.
No, you good. I mean, I think it's just important that people pay attention. Like you said, a lot of times within our community, we're like, oh, protect Black women, but then we take part in people that are in our community that attack us. So that's that contradiction and double standards. And uh, people like pay attention. There goes another one that was a friend, and now she's separating herself. So people need to just pay attention to what's going on. Um i i i pray for the best for them, just to make sure that my spirit is free. I forgive them because I need my spirit to be free, and I know that that's what the Lord wants me to do. So um I forgive them for what they have done, but like I said, we know the power of God's wrath, and it's above me now when it comes to both of those individuals. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Thank you for that. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Miss Thelma, oh, actually, Norris Tony says, hey Tulsa, hey Sammy. Norris
Hey,
says brother
Norris.
Satan needs to be under the jail, and he's talking about P Diddy. Yes, he does. CJ the cat is in the building. She says, "Hey, Norris." Norris says, "Hello." Miss Del McGrath says a lot of people on this YouTube that is following others, bullying and attacking Jag with lies need mental health evaluations themselves. Do we want to speak to that?
I agree. I agree. I would throw a target up to that comment, Miss Thelma. I agree
Absolutely,
because
I totally agree too.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was just gonna say a lot of the negative behavior is a result of people with, trauma, PTSD, um like you said earlier, you can't be happy in your real life doing some of the things that people are doing. I mean, I've been listening the woman that supposedly was, contributed to this whole warrant thing that Jag had previously, and I don't mean to, bring that up again, but it was like, you know, word on YouTube about who gets this reward money, and this one is like recorded herself. Come on, y'all. We still, the reward is still available. And if I was in Dallas, I would clunk her on her head and tie her up. Like, yo, y'all are sounding like real psychos out here. Like, it's not even funny. These people are doing things on this app and sounding like real psychotic. I mean, it's scary. It's really scary. And my heart is with Jag because she is the one that's dealing with this, of people just going above and beyond, like doing the absolute most. It's crazy. So this is, it's just showing me that this is what we have to be aware of and look out for, and just making sure we're keeping ourselves protected, because it's real out here.
absolutely, I totally agree. You know, I, I would be questioning myself if I stayed on a person 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365, and just going at her to say negative things. I would hope that y'all would say, Queen Tulsa, what's going, like, let me pull you to the side. Like, sis, what's going on? How are you feeling? How are you mentally? And to speak of it, Sammy, June is PTSD Awareness Month. I have PTSD. Some nights I don't be able to sleep. Some nights I don't be able to sleep because there's things that trigger me, and then I have to go to my therapist, and then I have to let it out to her. And this is the thing. I want people to stop confiding in people. Don't confide in flesh. Confide in
Yes.
professional. Let's make that a thing. Confide in a
Hmm.
professional, because as you can see,
Yep.
you could just be trying to say something and get it off because you need to move. You just need to get it off,
Just to
or
talk to somebody. Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
be
And you
mindful.
just, mhm.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, baby.
No, no, no. I apologize for interrupting you. I think we were, just getting ready to say the same thing. You have to be careful who you're talking to. I mean, look at Crimmy. I mean, if I was anybody else, still supporting her, I would be very careful. You got to be very, very careful. Some people don't mean you any good, but they will act like they do. So that's why, seeking professional counseling, professional therapy is always a plus, because you just don't know, who you're talking to. And sometimes even that process is a journey. I've seeked professional help before, and I've gone through a couple of therapists. Like, it has to mesh, it has to make sense. So, you may meet with one person and you may not, it's not really what I'm looking for, or what have you. Keep going. Don't stop. But I will say, talking to God is also a really amazing thing. And, even praying for God to give you strength in areas where you are weak. That's what he does. If you're lacking confidence, if you're lacking um, love, if you're lacking patience, if you're, angry, talk to him. Talk to him about it. Give it to him. Say, Lord, I give this problem to you. I give this issue to you. And I trust that you are going to handle it on my behalf.
I totally agree, Sammy. Miss Thelma says, I don't blame you, Sammy. When the door's closed, it's closed. Just like when she apologized to Jag and said she would not talk about her no more, but got back on Kimmy's channel and started talking again. And we brought that up here earlier in our conversation. How Miss Val was over here, Jaguar was over here. They had apologized. Miss Val had come out and said she apologized for saying the mean things that she said about Jaguar because it was untrue. And as soon as she left here, she ran and got her damn Bible and got her church wig and ran over there and made sure she got on that front pulpit
Yeah,
to get her seat to do the opposite of what she just said. That's why I
sure
say
did.
it just seems like it's something going on. If a grown 50 plus year old woman can't take simple instructions and execute them, you got a problem. You have got a problem. You over there going to the doctorate of psychology and clinical psychology. That's the wrong doctor. That's the wrong doctor. Am I right, Sammy? Is that the wrong doctor?
Child,
You gonna go to her and get some help,
listen.
Sammy? The doctorate of
Nah,
psychology?
that don't look accredited to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. You're in leadership, but you don't have no leadership skills. Because an evangelist is leadership. She's supposed to be out here teaching about the gospel. She's supposed to be out here
That's
saving
a
souls.
fact.
She's supposed to
You
be
are
telling
to
her
be a leader,
testimony. Yeah.
not a follower. I'm sorry. I just,
No,
you
no,
are
no.
so right,
Listen.
Queen Tulsa.
Stop saying you sorry. Stop saying you sorry. We in here and you get in where you fit in. Wherever you some come up, spit it out. We might talk over each other, but guess what? We gonna get this out here because somebody needs to hear this.
Yes.
Somebody needs to hear this. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's read some comments. Sorry, would not. Absolutely, Miss Delma. CJ the cat got the surprise look. Yvette Abbey says, same here. Trouble sleeping. I went to therapy for 5 months this year. And it's a process. And don't get discouraged, don't get discouraged. Change don't come overnight. Is you gotta stay in it. You gotta, you just make that your goal, make that your, just like your favorite hobby, you know, make it like your favorite hobby. Um, Yvette Abbey says, especially on YouTube, telling your life stories too. Estelma said it was so heart wrenching to see how many people was trying to put her in jail and saying what they wanted to do to her. I don't feel they have trauma in their lives that come from pure hatred.
I
What are
agree.
your thoughts on that?
I I agree. A lot of it was a lot of the behavior towards Jaguar is just out of pure hate for who she is, what she does, how she lives her life, the decisions she make in her life. Just because people don't agree with them, they don't understand them, they can't figure her out. They want her to just stop and just go away and blah blah blah. Like it's weird. It is weird.
Miss Yvette Abby says, Toast and Sammy, this chat has really encouraged me tonight. Listen here, we
Oh,
want this to encourage you. We want this to encourage
yes,
anybody that's watching. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. You know,
absolutely.
share it, share it, share it, and be the change that you want to see. That's what I've been doing. I've been being the change that I want to see. Yes, I'll get out there and I'll give commentary. Yes, I'll have somebody on a thumbnail, but it's a message in it all. It's a
Yes,
message in
come
it
on,
all.
that part, that
And
part.
don't focus on the messenger, people. Focus on the message. And don't be discouraged and don't be led astray from somebody that you like. Because a lot of people say, well, oh, if you over here, you better not go to her chat. And if you over there, you better not come back. Listen here, you welcome to go wherever you want. I just always ask you, put yourself in the people's position that are up as the target. Because today is them. Tomorrow it could be you. So my message to Evangelist Val would be, sister girl, you have so much talent. You have been through so much obstacles in life, and God spared you. He didn't spare you to come out here and cut the rug. Let's talk about commitment. When we committed to our husbands, when we went to that altar and we gave those vows, we stood in front of a judge and a crowd of people. And we said in sickness and in health, right, wrong, indifferent, up, down, that we were going to be there. I want y'all to start treating y'all relationships a little bit better. I want you to dig into your background and look at all the obstacles that you went through. I want you to think about the people that said that you weren't never going to make it. I want you to think about the people that put you down. And I want you to think to yourself, damn, I was right about some things. I'm not right about everything, but somebody had to be patient with me. Somebody had to understand me. And now I have somebody that's growing with me. Do I really want these problems of the world to seep into my real life and start destruction? Because destruction is there, sweetheart. And I'm going to tell you where it is. It's with Eric and that baby. And it's with you going around here telling people your business. It's you running around here taking a bone and giving a bone to the next person. You got to take a deeper look inside yourself, evangelist. Ask yourself, God, is this really the path that you want me on? God, why do I keep going against the grain? God, why do I keep letting the flesh take over me? Because those are your issues. Those are the things that you are struggling with. I don't have the title as evangelist. Sammy don't have the title as evangelist, but it doesn't give us a pass to go out here and be reckless. It don't give us a pass to go out here and be reckless, ma'am. You have a toddler that you are taking care of. That toddler is mimicking and picking up your behavior because that toddler's brain is like a sponge. Like, listen here, we got a dry sponge and then we put it in the water. What does it do? It soaks up all that water until it squirts out. Your baby's brain is soaking up all that information that you're putting out of your mouth. So if you want to breed an angry black man, keep going. If you want to breed and raise a strong black young man, then you got to change it up, because that ain't it. I love you, and I can't tell you what your prayers doing and who you praying to and all that. But I just hope that you change your projection. Go and get the help, and you need to sincerely apologize to your sister, because your flesh caused her to be traumatized, to get violated, and to maybe have a trigger. I don't know what her situation was, but my prayers go out to her. And I apologize that her sister wasn't in tune with herself and her duties and her assignment to lead y'all astray. And there's a saying, see, y'all out here and y'all saying this, that, and the third about people, but what you fail to realize is karma comes back. And she don't have to meet you. She'll go through your mama, your sister, your cousin, your daddy, your children. And you know this. You too smart for this, Val. Val, you too smart for this. I have faith in the Lord that he will change you. But you have to do the work. Faith without works is nothing. Premi, what I would say to you is you definitely have insecurity issues. You have abandonment issues. You have childhood trauma that you're still dealing with. You drinking your pain away. Well, you're not really drinking it away. You're causing more harm than you are doing help for yourself. I would say put that bottle down and really go get the help that you need. You stay up all times of the night. You get off to black women going at each other. You even had panels where you said, come on, go off. You need to get this up off your chest. Get it on up off. Why would you be telling your sickly friend that she needs to be on your panel, raising her voice, screaming, and then you're cutting her off with, thank you for the cash apps. Oh, you making me feel so special. And then you playing a lady's song that you stole. You too bold for your own good. And giants, they do fall. I would say spend time with your grandchildren when they do come over and put YouTube aside. I've heard you on more than one occasion pushing those kids, your grandchildren, out just so you can sit your hot, funky ass on that panel to get off. I heard you the other day, you went in the bathroom and used the bathroom. You didn't use no water to wash your hands. So I know your priorities are all screwed up and they are all in the wrong places. And that's all I have for you. I'm going to read some of these comments, Sammy. We can sound off if it resonates with us. Okay, Miss Thelma Grant says, Yvette, Abby, I feel the same way. It's always encouraging messages over here. Thank you, Queen Tulsa, for having a safe place to go. Absolutely.
Yes,
Yvette,
I agree.
absolutely. Miss Yvette Abby says, I left YouTube for a year because of the mental damage that was caused and done to me.
Wow.
Sorry for that. She says,
Yeah,
and
same.
I'm ready to, yes. She says, and I'm ready to come back and face my fears and use my platform for positivity. Well, whenever you're
Oh,
ready,
that's
Miss
great.
Yvette Abby, come on over. Come on
That's
over.
amazing.
We want this to be a safe space. We want to have fun. And listen here, women, stop adding these men into our beefs or whatever we have going on. Why don't we reach out to a friend that we're not, on good terms with? Reach out to one of their friends and say, hey, can you reach out to such and such and let her know that I would like to have a conversation with her is not what is seen. And even if we don't make up, at least we can just have that conversation. All right. Thelma Grant says, yeah, Abby, good for you. Yvette says she has to stop all the lies and be honest and own up to what all she has been doing behind the scenes on YouTube. Miss Thelma Grant says, Queen Tulsa, I've seen you for years. When you used to come to All About the Tea channel, you were and are hilarious. Keep us laughing. Laughing is good for the soul, okay? Yvette says, old enough to know better and should do better. I totally agree. All right, Sammy, any closing remarks before
Yes.
we head out? Make sure you let the people know where they can find you. I'll put your link in the chat. And also make sure you stream this live whenever time permits on your channel. No strikes, no nothing. That's not how we get down. Let's get this message to your audience as
Period.
well.
Yes. Well, again, thank you so much, Queen Tulsa. One of the things I love about you is that you allow, people to share their platform. So I really appreciate the support. So my channel is Just Call Me Sammy One. And I agree with Yvette. My goal is to create a safe space, a positive space where we can have a difference in opinion. But I think it's important that we hear people out. It's a great way to know people and understand them. My goal is never to try to change people, but to meet you where you're at. Um, and so I do a weekly podcast on like trending topics and just touching on different things that um, might be important to me and other people. But I really like doing like vlogs when I go places and travel, product reviews, service reviews. And I'm also an insurance agent, so I also like to discuss different things in that career also. And I like to grow my own food, so I also do some gardening and different things about planting and growing food. So yeah, it's a multifaceted platform and yeah, subscribe to my channel.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. So my last words would be just stay encouraged. It's PTSD Awareness Month. Make sure you are getting the help that you need. Be kind to people. And when you're going through your storm, take a breath, take a breather, pray. Sometimes you even have to fast. I've fast, um, and it works. And you lean not to your own understanding, and just be, you know, I don't idolize anybody. I admire people, and idolizing people. It's not really, it's in the Bible. You're not supposed to idolize anybody. And I would just say, I love everybody. I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to grow. And I want everybody, to come together. And this is work. It's fun and it's work because we're still able to receive monetary gain, right? So, in my closing, I would like to do our daily devotion. So it says,
Okay.
together in comfort. Because of God's unwavering love, we are fully equipped to care for others. June 10th, 2024. 1 John 4:19 through 21. What advantage is there to living in unity? Paul suggests one benefit is the comfort from love that we find in Christ. Philippians 2:1 ESV. Comfort, we understand. The modern world prizes it above most things. But while the world has made this desire the goal of an endless pursuit, Paul teaches that God loves, provides it. The Lord describes himself as merciful and compassionate. Psalms 145:8. That's why, as the Israelis prepared to enter the promised land, Moses could tell them, the Lord your God loves you. Deuteronomy 23:5. And when those same people went into exile and captivity, again, God reminded them through Jeremiah, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31:3. Then in the New Testament, Jesus told Nicodemus that God's rescue plan is based on his love. John 3:16. In short, we experience comfort because God loved us even before the foundation of the world. Ephesians 1:4. God's love consoles us and comforts us individually. But his love also makes it possible for us to care for others. We love, John writes, because he first loved us. 1 John 4:19. We can know the greatest unity and the deep connection with others that we long for when we live out of the comfort we experience in knowing the Father. And that's our daily devotion.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so you want to read the last few comments and then we can take out.
You want
Sammy.
me to read it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure. Okay. Miss Thelma says, "Thank you, ladies. We need more of this. Maybe some of the others can take this in and do the same on their channel. Everyone can change each one, reach one." Yes. Amen, Miss Thelma. Look, we're making connections in the chat. Beautiful vibes.
Absolutely. So Sammy, I love you and I'm
Love you,
excited
Queen
about your
Tulsa.
growth and what you have
Thank
been
you.
doing. I say stick to it. And if
Thank you,
y'all see
darling.
Sammy on anybody's panel, y'all show her some love. And y'all make sure y'all are sharing her channel. And the thing is, there is second chances, and if we give a creator a second chance, let's not hold their past against them. Let's not bring up the past. Let's focus on what they're doing today and moving forward. Okay.
Right.
On that note, I love you, God loves you, and remember, girls need love too. And we're out.
Yes. Ah.
What's a girl to do? She needs love. Girls need love. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have it breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you get by. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be healing. I can be real good. We don't get these feelings. Hey,
All
I need
right.
some love.
Love. Yes.
Okay, so we're still live. I had to do a shout out to a website called All About the Tea. Guys, make sure you get over there and check out the website. That's ALLABOUT THETEA. All About the Tea. How you doing? Peace.